You're casually scrolling through TikTok, catching up on the latest trends, maybe watching a funny video or two. Everything seems normal, peaceful even. Then suddenly, jarring headlines about Iran and Israel pop up, disrupting the flow of your feed. News alerts start flooding your phone, each one more alarming than the last. The breaking news explodes onto your feed, dominating every other post. It's a digital avalanche of urgent updates and developing stories. This isn't some far-fetched movie plot or a fictional scenario. It's real life, unfolding in real time, and it's escalating at an alarming pace. The situation is critical. Iran has just launched a massive missile barrage, a coordinated and powerful display of force. The target? Tel Aviv, a bustling metropolis and a major center of Israeli life. This isn't a mere warning shot fired across the bow, but a direct and calculated attack intended to inflict significant damage. The missiles are aimed at one of Israel's biggest and most important cities, a place teeming with life and activity. This sudden eruption of violence isn't happening out of nowhere. It's not an isolated incident. It's the culmination of decades of shadow conflict, a long and complex history of proxy wars and simmering tensions. That shadow conflict has just burst into the open in the most dangerous and destabilizing way imaginable. The world watched in stunned silence and disbelief, grappling with the gravity of the situation. As Tel Aviv's night sky lit up with the terrifying spectacle of missile trails and explosions, the reality of the situation sunk in. Social media platforms became a chaotic mix of fear, speculation, and desperate pleas for information. Amidst the anxiety, a layer of dark humor emerged, a coping mechanism in the face of overwhelming tension. For the citizens of Tel Aviv, huddled in bomb shelters and underground bunkers, seeking refuge from the onslaught, abstract political considerations faded away. This was pure, unadulterated terror, a visceral experience of fear and vulnerability. The attack shattered any lingering illusion of peace and security, leaving behind a trail of damaged buildings and shattered lives. The nature of the conflict has fundamentally shifted, moving away from the shadows of proxy wars. Now it's an open and direct confrontation between two of the region's most powerful and influential nations. And as we'll delve into, each and every move in this dangerous game has the potential to trigger an even bigger and more devastating reaction, pulling the region and perhaps the world closer to the brink. In the tense dance of international relations, where every move carries significant weight, Israel didn't hesitate. With a calculated risk, its warplanes struck Iran's nuclear facilities, a move that sent shockwaves across the globe. The objective was clear, aiming to cripple what it sees as an existential threat, a perceived danger that has fueled decades of animosity. The result? A devastating chain of events, a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. Hundreds dead in Iran, lives extinguished in an instant, leaving behind a trail of grief and despair. And dozens in Israel, a painful echo of the devastation, highlighting the indiscriminate nature of violence. Each number a shattered family, a void that can never be filled, a testament to the enduring pain of loss. A community in mourning, grappling with the aftermath of tragedy, searching for solace in the face of unimaginable grief. These aren't just statistics, cold and detached figures on a page. Their lives lost in a brutal tit-for-tat, a cycle of violence that seems to have no end, perpetuating a legacy of pain and suffering. Israel's attack hit the heart of Iran's nuclear ambitions, a strategic blow aimed at weakening its adversary's capabilities, cornering the regime and raising the stakes in a dangerous game of brinkmanship, pushing the region closer to the precipice of all-out war. Each side claims self-defense, invoking the right to protect its citizens and interests, a justification that rings hollow in the ears of those who have lost everything. But every strike makes peace more distant, pushing the prospect of reconciliation further out of reach, entrenching the divisions that have plagued the region for far too long, and the risk of global war more real. A chilling reminder of the interconnectedness of our world, where local conflicts can quickly escalate into global crises. The world watches with bated breath as the drama unfolds, knowing that the consequences of this conflict could reverberate far beyond the borders of the Middle East. Wondering if this is the moment the cycle finally breaks, when reason and diplomacy prevail over violence and destruction, or spirals out of control, plunging the region into a deeper abyss of chaos and despair. The cost, in lives and stability, keeps climbing, a grim reminder of the devastating consequences of conflict, a price that no nation can truly afford to pay. The situation demands a decisive response. Enter the United States. No speeches, just action. The world watches as America steps onto the stage. B-2 stealth bombers, symbols of American air power and technological prowess, loaded with bunker busters, designed to penetrate even the most fortified underground structures, are now en route. Their flight paths a clear signal of intent, signaling America's readiness to intervene, to protect its interests and allies in the region. These bombers can destroy underground nuclear sites, eliminating threats before they materialize. This is more than a warning. It's a demonstration of capability. It's a game changer. The stakes have been raised, and the rules of engagement have shifted. The US isn't just watching, it's actively shaping the narrative. It's on the field, a tangible presence that cannot be ignored, and its presence forces everyone to recalculate, reassess their strategies, and consider the potential consequences. Iran now faces pressure from the world's most powerful military, a stark reminder of the imbalance of power, while Israel knows it has backup, a reassurance of unwavering support in a volatile region. But this also risks a direct US-Iran clash, a scenario fraught with peril and unpredictable outcomes, something no one wants. The international community holds its breath, hoping for de-escalation. The bombers are a message, a clear and unambiguous signal. Escalation could draw in the world's biggest player, with potentially catastrophic consequences. All eyes are now on the White House, awaiting the next move in this high-stakes geopolitical chess game. The decision falls to President Trump: strike Iran or hold back. With bombers in the air and the world on edge, Trump has 2 weeks to choose: war or restraint. Iran warns that US intervention would be catastrophic, promising retaliation through proxies and missiles. Washington is divided. Hawks push for a decisive blow. Doves warn of endless war. Trump's choice will shape the region and America's future for decades. Will he act or pull back? The world waits, anxious and uncertain. The next move could change everything. Why should you care? Because a Middle East war hits your wallet, your security and your future. Oil prices could spike, supply chains could break, and global instability could reach your doorstep. Conflicts like this fuel division, terrorism, and economic pain everywhere. You'll be bombarded with news, propaganda, and misinformation. Knowing what's real matters more than ever. Don't tune out. This is the world you're inheriting. Stay informed, question what you see, and talk about it. The more you know, the better you can navigate chaos. What happens next affects us all.